this lesson, you'll be able to find the midpoint of a line segment. You'll also be able to use the midpoint to find the endpoints of a line segment. Now, the midpoint of a line segment is the middle point of the line segment. So this line segment A, B we have in the diagram, we see that the point D is the midpoint. The point D divides the line segment AB into two halves. Now, how do we calculate for the midpoints of line segment AB? We simply add the x coordinates of the endpoint, divide by 2, add the y coordinates of the endpoint, divide by 2. We have a question here. The coordinates of 3 points are A, B, and C. Find the coordinates of M, the midpoint of AB. We have to find the midpoint of AB. It means that the endpoint of the line are A and B. And we are told that the midpoint is denoted as M. According to the question, M is the midpoint. So it means we are going to sum up the x coordinates. Minus 2 plus 6 divide 2, sum up the y coordinates. 6 plus 10 divide 2. So the midpoint is going to be 4 divided 2, that is 2. 16 divided 2, that's 8. So 2, 8 is the midpoint of the line segment. Next question. The point A, B, and C lie on a straight line such that B is the midpoint of AC. Such that B is the midpoint of AC. Find the coordinate of C. So this other coordinate C is not given. Let it be U, V. We know that the midpoint should be equal to the endpoints. This is the formula. But in this question, we are giving the midpoint as 5, 2. Now let's deal with the endpoints. Minus 3 plus U divide 2, 6 plus V divide 2. Comparing both sides, it means that the x coordinate 5 should be equal to the x coordinates minus 3 plus U divide 2. Clear the fraction by multiplying both sides by 2, you get 10 equals minus 3 plus U, and that gives 13 equals U. Also, the y coordinates 2 should be equal to the y coordinates 6 plus V divide 2. Multiply both sides by 2 to clear the fraction. We get a value of V to be minus 2. It tells us that the coordinate of C, which we labeled as U, V, is now equal to 13, And next question. The coordinate of the midpoint P of the line segments joining E and F is this, which says that the midpoint P is giving us 7 out of 2, Q. What are the endpoints? Question says that the endpoints are E and F. So, definition: midpoint is equal to go to the endpoint and take the sum of the s coordinates divided by 2, comma, go to the endpoint, take the sum of the y coordinates, divide by 2. Now, question says that midpoint P is 7 out of 2, Q. What are the s coordinates? Minus 2 plus P divide 2, comma, minus 3 plus minus 13, comma 2. So we should have that the s coordinates at the left hand side equals the s coordinates at the right hand side. Let the fraction by multiply both sides by 2. We now have this. Now add 2 to both sides. You get a value of P to be 9. Also, we should have that the y coordinates are at both sides are equal. (16 divided 2) gives us minus 8. Now, so what it means is that the coordinate f, the coordinate of f is P now 9, minus 13. And the coordinate of the midpoint P 7, 2, Q, which is now minus 8. The horizontal line segment AB has endpoint A and B. We are dealing with a horizontal line. Endpoint A and B. What is the value of K? That's question A. This one, since the 2 points A and B are at the same level, there is no inclination. They are the same level. So it means that the value of K is simply the y coordinate of A. K equals 3. That's when we draw a y axis and the point here is 3. Now draw a straight line, a horizontal line through 3. Any coordinates on the horizontal line will have its y coordinates to be 3. If the s value here is 4, the s value here is 8, s value here is 12, then the coordinate of this point will be 4, 3. Coordinate of this point will be 8, 3. All the coordinates on the horizontal line will have one same y coordinates. So the answer to question A is simply 3. K equals 3. Now the second question. Determine the length of the line segment AB. Since line segment AB is a horizontal line, we simply determine the length AB by taking the difference in the s coordinates. The bigger one, 5, minus the smaller one, minus 11. And that gives 16 units. Now, a person may decide to solve question B using the length formula, square root of s2 minus s1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. This other method will yield same results. What is s2? s2 is 5 minus s1. Now all of this squared plus, what is y2? 3. We had value of k to be 3. 3 minus y1, also 3 squared. So we are going to get square root of 16 squared plus 0 squared. It gives 16 units. So any of these two methods will yield same result. Now the third question is find the midpoint of the line segment AB. Like this. Midpoint of line segment AB. Coordinate of A minus 11, 3. Coordinate of B, 5, 3. So these are the endpoints of the line segments. So finding the midpoints, what do? We add the s coordinates of the endpoint divided by 2. We also go for the y coordinates of the endpoints, add them, divide by 2. So that gives minus 6 divided 2, that's minus 3. 6 divided 2, that gives you 3. So this is the midpoint of line segments. The next question. 3 of the vertices of a parallelogram ABCD let's have a sketch of the parallelogram. These opposite sides are parallel. These other opposite sides are parallel. Labeling the parallelogram, we make sure that the first 3 points follow one sense of direction, that you follow the arrow. So I can put A here, A to B, B to C, following one sense of direction. We'll put the last letter D over here. Coordinate of A, minus 10, 1. Coordinate of B, 6, minus 2. Coordinate of C, 14, 4. Coordinate of D, we have to find coordinates of D is not given. Let the coordinate of D be P, T. Now, the question A says we should find the midpoint of AC. So let's join A to C. This is diagonal AC. The intersection of the other diagonal running from D to B, the intersection of the two diagonals is going to give you the midpoint. So we write, let me label the midpoint of AC as M. So we write midpoint M is equal to midpoint of AC. So now this midpoint M should be equal to, add the endpoint of A and C, go for the S coordinates, minus 10 plus 14 divided 2, comma, go for the Y coordinates of the endpoints, 1 plus 4 divided 2. And that gives the midpoint as 2,5 out of 2. Then question B says that we should find the coordinate of D. Okay. The coordinate of D lies on the other diagonal BD. So we can make use of the diagonal BD. We see that again the midpoint M is equal to midpoint of the other diagonal BD. So now midpoint M, we have got midpoint M as 2,5 out of 2. Now midpoint of BD, how do we calculate it? We add the S coordinates on the endpoint, that's 6 plus P divided 2, comma, minus 2 plus T divided 2. So it tells us that the S coordinates at the left hand side 2 is equal to the S coordinates at the right hand side. It implies that when we multiply both sides by 2, we get 4 equals 6 plus P. And this implies when we subtract 6 from both sides, we get minus 2 equals P. So we have solved for P. We are left with T to solve for. Again, the Y coordinate at the left hand side should be equal to the Y coordinates at the right hand side. And so 5 divided 2 is equal to minus 2 plus T divided 2. It implies 5 equals minus 2 plus T. That's when you multiply both sides by 2, your equation reduces to this. Now add 2 to both sides and you get 7 equals T. So what is the coordinate of D? It tells us that the coordinate of D, labeling the question, labeling and solving as P, T, is equal to minus 2, 7. See you in the next lesson.